Well, Apple's March event has come and gone, and it was exactly what everyone thought it would be. This event was like no other event before. I mean, really, this is so un-Apple-like. But I guess we're entering into a new age of Apple or whatever. But really, it's just Apple making sure they'll get consistent income from you, since us, the consumers, aren't upgrading our iPhones as often as Apple would like. But I'm just gonna sit my teeth. Anyway, Apple unveiled not one, not two, not even three, but 4 new streaming services, and low-key, I'm actually pretty excited for them. We got the Apple Arcade, Apple TV Plus, Apple Card, and what we will cover today, Apple News Plus. To be quite honest, Apple News Plus was probably the one I was least excited about. I thought it was going to be weak, but man was I surprised. There's so much to cover in the next few days with all of Apple's new hardware and also discussing all the other new streaming services, since for now, Apple News Plus is the only one of the 4 that is available right now. All the others are to be released in the summer and fall. So let's just jump right in. So first things first, in order to dive into Apple News Plus, you must upgrade to iOS 12.2. For those of you who have your iPhone jailbroken, upgrade my guy, trust me. It's not even just for Apple News Plus, but reports have shown significant improvements in stability in regards to battery and performance by simply updating your phone. So definitely make sure you do that. Once you updated your OS, you're ready to jump right into the News app, and from there, you'll see options to subscribe to News Plus. Now, Apple did us all a solid and gave us a free month to try it out, which I think is pretty cool since generally, I don't really read newspapers nor magazines, but it gives me an opportunity to find out what all the noise is about. Now, here's the kicker, right? Apple advertised Apple News Plus as $8,000 worth of magazines for just $9.99. Truth be told, I thought this was a big ol' flex when I was reading the live blog from the event since I was at work, sadly. Apple News Plus brings us access to over 300 magazines and digitally distributed forms of content across a plethora of topics. Such magazines and newspapers include Sports Illustrated, The Wall Street Journal, and motherfucking National Geographic so you can learn about nature and shit. As of now though, unless you live in the USA or Canada, Apple News Plus won't be rolled out to you until later this year. So I'm sorry if you live elsewhere, but I mean honestly, it's not that deep unless you're hardcore into magazines. There's a browse catalog within the app, so if you're down to read whatever, you can find just about anything that seems a little interesting at the time and dive right in with a good read. Best of all, if you have other Apple services like Apple Music, you'll notice a cloud icon with an arrow pointing down. This means you can download the magazine so that whenever you don't have access to LTE or Wi-Fi, you can still access your content, which I think is one of the greatest inventions ever, for real, especially since technically this is all being streamed to you. Keep that in mind. This is perfect for plane rides, honestly. Like, think about bringing your iPad mini 5 with you while reading National Geographic while sipping on some Henny. Okay, maybe not Henny, but maybe some wine. Man, at that point, you live in life like a king, which leads me to another point. Apple News Plus is available for iOS devices and macOS Mojave devices, but hands down, the best way to experience Apple News Plus is on an iPad. The 12.9-inch iPad Pro is about the actual size of most books and magazines, so reading on there is amazing. I know I'm talking a lot about National Geographic, but keep in mind, this is not a sponsored video. I just like animals and nature, as you can tell by some of my scenic thumbnails. On the iPads, the photography is breathtaking. You ever seen a picture of a lion just chilling hardcore on an iPad screen? You probably haven't, but I'm telling you, it's an amazing experience. I just feel like reading magazines on, say, the regular sized iPhone XS would just be a bit too cumbersome and hard on the eyes. But I don't know, if you have smaller iPhones, let me know how the reading experience is down below. So a common motif, if you will, to Apple's Showtime event was how strict Apple is about privacy. You ever been hungry and you haven't even said a single word out loud, but somehow all of a sudden these ads for Pizza Hut and the Chinese restaurant down the block start popping up? Yeah, this is what Apple's talking about. I was just kidding about your phone mind reading and all that, but not really, because at the same time, it's incredible how Google and Facebook just sell your information and brainwash you with ads. We have all experienced this before, and this is why Apple is proud that they will not sell your information to advertisers, nor will they track your reading habits. Because let me find out, if Apple weren't about privacy, after reading so much Nat Geo, let me find out I start being bombarded with ads to buy a wild tiger, for real. Props to Apple though, honestly, for not screwing us, the consumers, over, because it seems every single move we make online is now tracked and sold to advertisers. It's ridiculous. Overall, I think the experience is really nice, especially while browsing for a good read. You get to look at the cover of magazines and open up and just start enjoying your content for a very low $9.99 a month. It is a very immersive experience, and I know will only get better with time. Still though, this is a brand new service and it's long overdue, and Apple should have capitalized in this market years ago. And Apple TV Plus is also a mystery to me. I'm not sure if Apple TV Plus will succeed or flop. I guess we'll have to wait to find out how fire their original content is. But for now, we have Apple News Plus. I'm just wondering how the streaming service will affect publishers' revenue and how it will affect the sale of physical magazines, even though I have yet to see a single person on earth anywhere buy physical magazines. No shade either, I just haven't. In typical Apple fashion, Apple News Plus has some key components to it that separate it from the rest of the competitors in this space. Like the aforementioned privacy, Apple's going a long way to make sure our privacy is protected, but if we're being completely honest, I doubt they care. If anything, it's more of a marketing technique that may attract some loyal subscribers down the road. No ads, no tracking your history, no bullshit. Apple also uses on-device intelligence like it does with Siri recommendations to always recommend the best stories and magazines curated to your interest. I think this is the beginning for something big for Apple, and I'm glad they offer a free month to try out since I'm not sure if I'll want to continue paying $9.99 a month, when in reality, I doubt I'll read many magazines. I'll probably play Clash Royale in my free time if we're being completely honest. However, Apple News Plus is a welcome addition to the Apple ecosystem, and I can't wait to play around with Apple News more and update you guys on everything there is about this new service. This has been a quick first look into Apple News Plus. I obviously wasn't able to cover everything as I feel there's so much to this service, it'll just take time to uncover everything there is behind this new service. I'm extremely ecstatic to review all of Apple's new hardware and the new services being rolled out later this year, especially the Apple Card. So definitely subscribe to the channel so you'll always stay in the loop. New iPads, iMacs, and AirPod 2 reviews are in the works already, so stay tuned. I really hope everyone has an amazing day, and once again, I do want to thank everyone for stopping by and checking out my videos.